So Maschine 2.7 just came out. Should I be excited? Is it what I thought it was going to be? Should I even care? Let's talk about it.
Dkhairho did this.
So my viewers and my subscribers have heard me say in previous videos that I don't really do time stretch. It's not because I don't know how to use it, but it's because it's not one of the things that I guess prefer to go to when I'm chopping up samples and kind of trying to pitch them out across my pads whenever I'm making beats, right? But I feel that with software updates that there should be some type of innovation or some type of change to attract me to the update, unless it's a bug fix. A lot of things that are happening right now, I feel that in software updates, is that we're listening to some of the people, but not all of the people when it comes to giving us all what we want, right? I don't know if it's the idea of sticking to one genre. I don't know if it's the idea of sticking to the people who appear to be loyal at the time of creation of DAWs or updating of DAWs. I don't know what it is, right? But I do know that for some reason, whenever a new update comes out or whenever there's a change to even a hardware, there's always a group of people who have complaints. Let's take the iPhone here. Remember when everyone was happy when the iPhone first came out? It was small, it was compact, and it was just the new, right? Remember I talked about the new in my last video. But then the Samsung phones started coming out, and they were a little bit bigger, and they were like a cross between an iPhone and a BlackBerry. And I only know this because of conversation that was going around the office when I was on the job. But I remember people saying the iPhone needs to be bigger. So then they gave us a bigger iPhone. The iPhone was bigger, the screen was bigger, you could watch movies and all that on your iPhone and be happy about the size of the iPhone in your hand, right? But then people started complaining that they wanted the small iPhone back. So then they gave us the smaller iPhone. And then when they gave us the smaller iPhone, we wanted a thinner iPhone. We wanted a new of the iPhone model, right? We wanted something that was going to compete with the next thing that was out there, or to make us feel like we needed to stay with Apple at that time, or whatever it may be. Let me put that down. Here's what I'm getting at. I come to the conclusion that with anything in life, we'll never be 100% satisfied, no matter what it is. And I know that a lot of people have always asked me, how come I have this DAW, this DAW, this DAW, and then I use this for, recording vocals and this, that, and the other. Like I told you guys in another video, I did it because I could, but then I also did it because of being familiar and comfortable with what each DAW could provide for me in my workflow. It wasn't about me saying that one particular DAW or one particular piece of hardware had to do everything exactly as I wanted it to do. Case in point, my MPK 49 right here, dope keyboard, but there are some flaws when you're using it with reason. That it is what it is, right? So I guess I'm coming to say that 2.7 came out. It's cool for those who want to time stretch or do the gate mode and all the other things that were implemented, like the audio plugin. It's great for those who prefer to use it that way, or who, I guess, choose to use it that way, right? Serato sample has been the topic of discussion for a while now, and even after 2.7 dropped, I'm hearing people still talking about Serato sample, something that I'm not familiar with yet. I want to look into that because, like I said, it's a topic of conversation, and you guys know I like to provide things that we could talk about on my channel. But what I'm saying here is this: until all of these things come back and rethink and then I guess be created in this big pot of gumbo that gives us one meal, we're never going to be satisfied fully with with either of them, right? A lot of satisfaction comes from loyalty. A lot of satisfaction comes from what it can provide at the time. But I think overall, we'll always have some complaints, even if all of them come together and create one thing for us to enjoy at the table. But overall, it's about what you choose to do with what was provided to you by the developer. Some people are happy with it. Some people hate it. Some people are complaining about it. Some people are joyous about it. I haven't even used it yet. I haven't even gotten into it yet. I did look at a couple of online videos on it, and it's cool. But again, it's not something that's going to trigger me to say, hey, I'm going to start using time stretch more. I know that I was familiar with time stretch on the Renaissance, and I was happy with that. The workflow of this, I always look at the Maschine as something that's great for like live sets and just things that you can do in real time. And I think that that's what the idea of this update was for. Again, we can't really expect things to drastically change unless I don't even know if we can, because I don't even think I think what I might like you may not like, and I can tell that from my videos, because I get a lot of likes and sometimes I get some dislikes, and like I tell you, I appreciate likes and dislikes both the same, because it helps me create a channel for people to come to and discuss and help me get better at what I provide to you guys. But what I'm saying is everybody can't be pleased. I have a pretty good following here on YouTube now, but there are still some people that have issue with what I'm providing. And I think that that's the same thing that happens with these dolls. So I guess I want to get the conversation going about what did we really expect from time stretch on the Maschine software, because I want to know, I want to understand, because like I said, time stretch is not something that I use as a go-to when I'm making a beat. Even if I'm using a drum loop, most of the time, if I have a drum loop that I like and I want to slow it up, slow it down, I'll just chop up the drum parts and replay them over in that pattern. I know sometimes the ambient sound that you prefer out of the loop, you can't really get, and so sometimes I'll use effects, sometimes I'll layer drum loops. I do a lot of different things in my production. And some people hate me for it. Some people think that I'm great for it. But I just want to know from you guys, what did we expect from 2.7? And I'm saying we because, like I tell you guys all the time, we're growing together. My channel is about us growing together because, like I told you guys, the Maschine software was new to me, even though I had it a year before I even started really talking about this much. I didn't touch it because I had the micro, but once I got the MK3, I was satisfied. I'm still satisfied because although we have 2.7, I don't think that I'm going to open up time stretch much unless you guys help me come to the conclusion that it's something that'll be great in my workflow on this hardware versus me jumping to that piece of hardware. Yeah, so I understand, and I'm not bragging here also, so understand that. I know that everybody can't have everything that I may have, and some people may have more than what I got. And but again, why is the updates to Maschine software and the updates to MPC software, the updates to Reason, how come they're still making us talk about getting other pieces of software? How come Serato Sample is now the next big thing? Should I get it? Or should I just watch videos and see the great things that people are doing with it? Yeah, man. That's where I'm at today. So like I said, this wasn't a video to create a beat, and hopefully you guys understand what my channel is really about. If you guys dislike the video, let me know why you dislike it. But I expect some likes and I expect dislikes on this one because, like I said, the reason that I'm doing this, there are enough videos out there of people cutting on these devices and making beats or showing you their workflow. I get it. I understand it. I do like to share and show you guys things that'll maybe help you in your process. But overall thing of my channel is to start conversation and make people think about working with what they already have, enjoying what they already have, because I fell into the pit of buying a whole bunch of stuff that now gets dusty that I have to, just dust off to make it still look good. And if I ever want to go back to it so that it performs, I need to keep it clean like a classic, right? But yeah, we got enough videos about making beats. No hate against those people, because I follow those people and I think that they're pretty dope, and they give us ideas on what to get better. But I think that I want to provide a channel that starts conversation, because that's what I'm about. That's what I do, and that's I think that that's something that people respect of me again in this channel. But like I said, once I get into the time stretch, because I am gonna get into it, because I think that you guys, especially those who subscribe to me, you guys do deserve me hopping on this and showing you what I will use it for. But right now, I don't see that it was so dynamic that I'm like, okay, now I'm finna start using time stretch more. I still feel like it came out, but if I really want a time stretch, yeah, I don't know. Let me know. But thank y'all for tuning in once again. I am Dkhairho. Love my viewers, my subscribers, and I'm glad that I continue to get more and that you guys respect what I'm doing. Yeah, plug in, get connected. We are TMR. Have a good one. I'm out.
Dkhairho did this.